All right, we there? Yeah, all right, here we go. All righty. Hey, how you doing? Let's see, we got that going on. Holy crap. Looks like I've been eating Kool-Aid. Whatever. All right. I mean, from this monitor over here, it looks like I got like red Kool-Aid face and my shirt's like super bright red. All right, that's okay. Here, let me turn the make sure our sound, our music's off. I think we're good. I think we got mic sound. There we go. We got microphone. All right, here we go. Hey, welcome. I'm making coffee too, so you got it. Hey, driving, Dennis. All right, man. I'm glad you popped in. Hey, Dennis. All I can think of is and that's why I put coronavirus on there, because that's all I can think of, is how this might be affecting and messing up with your life and your wife's life, and hopefully she's safe and she's in a place where she's secure and has plans. I don't know. Is she going to be able to come home? Hey, Steve, too. How you doing? Dennis's wife is in China, I believe, and I don't think she's home yet. But I don't. So maybe he'll fill us in with some of that information. That's one of my big things. I want to talk about, all the things surrounding the delays and the issues around about China, because the drone business and the drone industry centers around that one place, and we know it. So, all right, just moving some things around there. But he is driving. So good to see you, Steve. It's been a pretty busy week for me. I have got something really cool. Dennis, I know you're going to be excited to see this. Steve, you might be excited. Now, this doesn't change my life at all, guys. It doesn't change anything at all. And I am more excited than I thought I was going to be. So, when we buy stuff on eBay, you know that you put your wallet in your hopes and dreams in your own hand. So hey, Skang, how you doing? Good to see you. This is gonna be a shorter stream, but I just want to show you a deal I got. I'm hoping it's a good deal because I haven't yet cracked the seal yet. So I'm gonna crack the seal on this new toy. And then I'm going to pray that it's the way it should be, because I am very, very excited. So I'm excited for a couple reasons. First of all, I had no idea what I was buying. I kind of did, but I didn't. And the price was way too good to be true. So you guys are going to find out if I got ripped off right in a couple of minutes here. So, guys, and this has to do with the shipping delays and the coronavirus. All this stuff relates because of the environment, the delays, and all this thing. All these companies that have put this production, now they have to deal with not only just shipping issues, they have to look at the spread of infections and things. So it's time to dust off our older drones, guys. There are new drones out there. They're old new drones, and this is where the refurbished, and guys, I am a true believer in refurbished. I have only had good experiences with refurbs. They have been as good or as a brand new toy or product, and they've surprised me in a positive way most of the time. I have yet to be screwed, I guess you want to look at it that way. It's always the first time, isn't there? So it could be on air. It's time to dust off the drones. Now, you guys have seen my bad luck with the Mini, and I have actually been literally, I don't know what I say. People are basically thinking basically I think I'm fibbing when I'm flying out there and my drone does weird things. Guys, the Mavic Mini is unstable. I'm not unstable. I've been flying drones for long enough because I've had toy drones that have counted on more than that little Mavic Mini. The one thing that did happen is I've been checking the batteries. This has been the main thing that's been coming over and over and over again from a lot of people. Batteries. It's a 2-cell battery. And if you lose a cell, you basically have 15% of the battery, 50% of the battery, right? So if the firmware isn't doing what it's supposed to be doing, which is monitoring battery consumption, and then you got to return the home that just, guys, if I set the return to home, okay, I'm going to give you an example. When I was flying that first distance flight, a couple months ago, my biggest problem when I was coming back, first of all, I was getting to a very high altitude, okay? And it was over 500 feet, okay? Now, of course, we're talking about the landscape around me, so it's well within the legal limits of altitude. When I hit return to home from say 300 feet? It wasn't 500, it was like 300. When I hit return to home, it immediately rose up to my 100-foot ceiling that I had, and then return to home from the altitude that I initiated return to home, not from my home altitude. It was climbing, and it wanted to go to the 100 foot I had it set based upon my altitude flying. Now, I don't know if that was a correct observation. That's always been my brain when I fly my drone, is that the drone is going to clear whatever obstacle from the altitude I'm at, and then going to come home. And that's always been my thinking. And I get all this mixed information coming from people, they're like, oh, no, it's based on where you're standing and where you launch from. So I want to make sure that we clarify that once and for all. And then I also want to clarify the battery firmware update issue, because one of my batteries that I fly with did not have the new firmware update. I did not know that. I thought I had them all updated, and that wasn't the case. So I checked them all. They all now, because I put them in, took them out, and then I made sure and checked. Now all of them are firmware updated. Maybe the battery I had in the drone last weekend did not carry the firmware update. So that's my thoughts right now. So I'm going to do two things. I want to test the return to home characteristics, and I'm going to get on a high altitude area, and then I'm going to go in a low altitude area. and I'm going to see what it does. And I'm going to put those. I'm going to use a mini version of what happened last week just to see if I'm going crazy or if I'm not seeing the fail-safe the way it's supposed to be. I'm actually just sick of it. I'm sick of that. I'm not going to. Okay, this is what I've learned so far in the last couple of weeks. Don't ever push return to home, ever, for any reason. Just fly your drone and then fly it home. The only reason why I like to do return to home is for one reason: getting orientation to my home point. I turn it off and then I fly straight back because it usually gives me a nice straight path. That's the only thing I do. I let the GPS determine my direction and then I turn that sucker off and I fly home. That's it. I like to fly manually home. I want to gradually bring it down. I want to choose my path. I want to choose my picture, the areas that I take video from and that. So anyway, where is everybody? What is going on, man? It's like, am I just talking too much? Is that what's going on? Where are you guys? Top chat. Let me get the live chat going. All right. So Scanning, it's good to see you. All the way from Scotland. And we have Steve Dawson, okay? And he's, of course, hanging out with us. Hopefully we get a good crew here. I'm gonna stick around for a while. I don't have to rush off anywhere. But I do want to show you something. And if you're one of those people that is just, guys, I wanted the Evo 2. I really had everything set up that I was going to let the Evo 2 come out, which it probably still will, but I have no confidence that drone's going to be out until May, June. It'll be in the summer. They keep saying May, and then it'll be June, and next thing you know, I'll be bored of the Mini. Guys, I cannot fly one drone for that long, okay? I need something else, so. Yeah, Steve, I like the one thing, once again, is I like it to orientate me, to point at my direction, and then I just fly with my camera home. At that point, I'm good. I just want to make sure that it's the best direction, the most straight path, and that's it. So, anyways, let me show you something really quick. Steven, Ann, okay, if just Steve's on, that's okay. There's my new box right there. Now, this is just a box, okay? And we know that this is a Mavic box, all right? And I bought this sucker. I thought I was going to return it, by the way, because I went online. I'm like, all right, I'm either going to buy an Evo, just an Evo 1, which I'm still thinking about. I might have to, because I don't think the Evo 2 is going to come out in mass. I think there's too many. All the people that have pre-orders are getting antsy. I didn't do a pre-order. I almost did. I would have pulled my money out. Once this coronavirus thing hit, Dennis isn't talking either about it, and Dennis, I hope everything's good. So please, okay, Dennis, tap your foot twice if everything's good. Tap your foot once if it's bad, okay? And so I want to know, Dennis has got some things going on, and I want to make sure he's okay. And Dennis, remember, I want you to come visit me, but if this crap is going down, save your plane ticket and your time, and you don't need to do this trip. I'm hoping he still comes out. So tap. Skag, he's got 2 taps. So tap for good, 1 tap for bad. So or Dennis, just don't. You're driving. All right, let's get this mic here somewhere. I don't know. Where is it? Move it out there, down there. There we go. Now it's pushed forward. But this is my case of my new friend. I have not looked at my new friend yet. It's not in the case. Okay, this is a brand new case. Now I'm going to show you the inside of the case. And guys, I have not abandoned my mini tests. My mini tests are going on forever. So I love that little drone. It's so much fun. Now, this is what I needed this drone for. I learned from my last flight, okay, that say I really don't have an idea, or maybe I kind of have an idea where my mini crash lands, I can send out a scout. This is my scout. and is the most perfect scout for Mavic Mini hunting there is. Search and rescue of the Mavic Mini. So drones supporting other drones. That's what we're thinking about. So here we go, guys. Look what I got. Filters. Bam! Battery. 2. Bam! And if you look at the case, this isn't just any old case, is it? Now, everybody might think I'm crazy. We get that out of here, okay? But I got this, and the reason why I got that is because nobody's talking much about that. And what fits in here, I got for such a freaking screaming deal that I don't know why you would want to buy an Evo 2 when you can get this drone, because this drone's camera is absolutely killer. If you've ever owned this, I know enough people that have it, and I've seen enough footage about what this thing can do, and I know of what the Mavic Pro can do. This drone is better than the Evo 2, but for flight time. Now, camera-wise, I don't care how many Ks are in front of it, okay? 4K, 5K, 6K, 7K, 8K. For what this drone did 2 years ago, well, it's a little over a year, right? I just think, tap, that this right here, this controller right here, is going to free up a very important thing that's helped me, that may have possibly led to my crash. It's going to free up this thing right here. I went and bought this ginormous phone. I'm like, I'm going to fly drones with it. And then I started to think. That's where I was thinking Evo, and I'm still thinking Evo. Why did freaking the Evo put that tiny little screen and use the same controller? Why did they do that? Ask me. Tell me. Not ask me. Tell me why. Okay? If you can ask me, I'll just tell you why. Because they're freaking cheap, and they didn't want to make a different controller body. Okay? And put a 4 or 5 inch, put a bigger freaking screen on it. If they could put a screen as big as this on that drone, now you have something. If you do have a better camera for whatever reason, now if I can't zoom in, guys, like I can freaking zoom in on what I just bought, I'm just saying. I'm old. I got freaking glasses. People that can afford drones, okay, put some work time in, and we wear glasses, and we need to be able to see stuff, and it's hard to see when the screen is so tiny. And I was thinking about the Evo's screen, and I'm like, okay, I've got a drone controller with a screen, and that screen is going to be too small for me to see the details I need to see to fly with precision. And that's what I'm talking about. Being able to blow up images and fly with precision. I also have the obstacle avoidance. I call it the dummy protector, okay? And if you remember me flying down that giant cliff, one of the biggest fears I had as I was backing away from the cliff, as I was backing close to some of those rocky ledges, I could not see behind me in my pullback shot. If I had a drone that, as I was pulling back, had rear sensors, I would know exactly what was going on my downward, and I wouldn't have, been so afraid. So what I did was I pulled back a little bit faster as I was dropping, and then I eventually brought it down, and then boom, nosedive down the cliff. That was, guys, I think I'm going to bring the Mini back, and we're going back down the cliff because that's the shot that I missed. So, all right, where is everybody? I got Steve here, I got Skang here. They're just listening to me talk. I need some questions. I need some interaction, guys. Come on. All right. Okay, so we got the case. Pretty good case. I think I paid $29, $28, something like that. But it's pretty good. Pretty good case. Pretty solid. Now, the one thing I'm going to miss, now my Mavic Pro, guys, my Mavic Pro Platinum is gone. It's out of here. Psh. Guys, the drone market right now is so hot for used, and I'm looking over here at this drone over here. And I'm telling you right now, I got this drone right here that fits in this case and has this for an unbelievably low price. And I'm still like looking, going, how, because this is a sealed unit over here. This is not, somebody didn't just seal this to screw me over. This is an actually brand freaking new sealed unit I'm looking at right now. And somebody make a mistake? Did they accidentally throw? Guys, look at this right here. I'm just going to show you right now. Look at that. Bam! Sealed in the box. It showed up to, I can't believe it. It's freaking sealed. It's got the plastic still on it. I haven't opened it. And it's got the smart controller. Is it that crappy? I recently had to do a test to get a drone license because of new laws in the UK. Frick that. I'll get a drone license. Got a drone license. I got registration. Guys, it's just, you know what? If they make you do it, they make you do it. You just go do it. If you like the hobby enough, you're going to go do it. Okay, and I like the hobby enough at this point. I've got 2 years into it. I'm going to supervise people eventually with this, and I've already been asked to go forward and to maintain a regular certification so I could take care of groups. So yes, they are putting me in charge of some people. And nobody thinks I'm a responsible adult. Yes, I am. And of course, I preach safety. And it doesn't mean I'm perfect, though. So, all right. So anyway, guys, let's check this. Okay, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna load up this case right now with this. Guys, I opened this box and I could not freaking believe what I paid for this thing. Guys, can anybody guess what I paid for this? Okay, if you guys in the know, that is a Mavic 2, and that is the zoom on it, and that is the I was going to say sky controller. That is the smart controller in a sealed unit. And I actually purchased two. I purchased one, and the sale went through. That was a refurbished unit, and it was more than this one. Guys, these things are now cheap, and you can, and if you want to, a lot of people are afraid of this controller. I'm not afraid of it, because guys, I can always use this anytime I want. I can use the other controller, but I want to see this one. There's just not enough people. I know the biggest. Okay, number one, it's too freaking expensive. They way priced everybody out of the market. Damn close. Positive and respect others. Okay. So worldwide streaming, very close. This is what I paid for that. $1,300. Okay, now, if you know what I paid for my Mavic Pro Platinum, when I bought that also during as the Mavic 2s were coming out. That Mavic Pro Platinum, I sold for dang near what I basically paid for it. I know for a fact. Now, it's just like anything. If you buy something of quality, I will be able to sell that. This stuff is not, it's sought after. It's not like I'm selling little toy drones. When I use this and I take care of it, that's the one thing about when people buy good drones, they don't think about is what is it going to take me someday when I'm ready to move on, or maybe I get out of the hobby to sell it. Guys, I will have zero problem selling this thing. None, zero. And I'll eventually sell it. I might sell it this summer when the Evo 2s come out. I bought it because I need something to move ahead with the hobby. The prices are so inexpensive. There's going to be a ton of people buying them. I almost bought an Inspire. Those drones are coming down in price. People are losing their, okay, probably the biggest thing is their fear of the FAA and all the laws and stuff. People are just getting scared out of flying. And that's my only fear, is that what the FAA does is they're going to scare people out of this thing. But yeah, $1,300. My original one that I bought used was $1,500 with the Sky Controller. Okay, it was a big package. Not the Sky Controller, with the Smart Controller. But guys, I couldn't pass it up. And then when it came, it didn't necessarily tell me it wasn't new. So whoever put the description on it, this is a leap of faith. So anyway, but this is original seam packaging. There's not anything. I mean, it's got the original. It's got the stickers on it. It hasn't been cracked whatsoever. So. I will, Steve. Steve, I'm gonna probably sell it for. I bet you a little over 1,000 maybe. So I'm not gonna sell it for what I paid for it, because I'm too realistic about what it really the value is. I definitely look at the market and what people, but I price things to sell them. I go, if I'm ready to sell it, I want to sell it within 2 weeks. I sold my Mavic Pro Platinum, guys. I bought it for $750, and I sold it for $679 or $78, almost $700 I got for that thing. And that drone is awesome. I did not sell it for any reason, and I probably flew it about 25 times. I put brand new props on it. I totally tricked it out. I put landing skis on it, not the skis, but I put the landing the extended landing legs on it, which I'm going to do to this one. Put it in a brand new case. Got a second battery to it. Set it up. I got a controller. Adapter for it and everything. So I'm really excited. I'm excited that I got the Mini. I'm excited I got this because these guys are brothers and sisters. I'm going to fly Big Brother with the sisters. So if I do have trouble with the Mini, this puppy's going out and search and rescue, because this freaking little, whoops, right there, this camera right there, that camera will freaking zoom in on those areas that I'm flying, and we will find it for damn sure. And this drone right here is not going to screw up and return to home. I know for a fact it won't, because I basically have taken my Mavic Pro out 3 miles, dude. Okay, that thing is a 3-mile drone. This is a 3-mile drone. I don't need 3 miles. I need 2. And I really need 1 for the photography side. And I've got hopefully a better monitor with good color depth and simplicity. I can take it off, connect up, cache my map, done. I got my phone in my pocket. I could even use my phone as my first camera now. Phone becomes, I mean, this is a freaking kick butt camera platform. I'll just put this on a tripod and use this for dead random. I mean, I'm just saying, I just made my life so much easier. I'm going to sell that Osmo Pocket, and anyway. Ryan, $1,300. Brand new, still in the plastic. Ryan, in the plastic. These things, people are giving them away. I don't know. I think it's fear. I think there's a lot of them out there. If you think about why these things are out there. But I think there's a ton of them out there. I think people just can't afford to keep. You can't keep inventory. Say you're just a reseller. It's crappy. It's technology. The longer you keep it, it literally the price of it, the value of it ticks down every second you own it. That's why I don't keep my drones for very long, because there's so much technology in front of it that I need to basically learn it and then move to the next technology. So the Evo is the next technology so far. But you know what? I think that with the coronavirus, with the delays in shipping, the prices are maybe holding steady for this thing. So. Yeah, freaking shrink wrap on it. And I'm going to freaking, guys, I'm opening it right now. I'm opening this sucker. So here we go, man. This is not supposed to be a freaking unboxing, but I'm doing it. Guys, when I picked this thing up at FedEx, I could not freaking believe it when I opened the box that the shrink wrap was on it. I mean, it's still, I mean, look at that. This is original stuff, guys. I've unpackaged new stuff before. All right. It just dropped in price. All right. I'm excited, guys. But here we go. Plastic is going in the trash can. Most people know I have no idea what these comes with. I don't even know what the kit is. Okay. Let's see. Ooh. Here we go. Take the unit out. Just like the Mavic Pro. Even look at that. Even smells new. It's got the little plastic thing stuck into the controller bay. All these got the little tabs on it. Every ounce of this thing is brand freaking new, guys. The gimbal guard's got this is brand new. This unit has not been flown. No freaking way has this been flown. It is a brand new toy, guys. Holy freaking crap. You guys don't even know how freaking stoked I am. Now, this one here I can already see, it doesn't come with the standard controller. Guys, I can get a standard controller for this off the market for about $180 if I want to just throw the Mavic 2 controller. Everybody's selling them. They're so cheap right now. And that would bring it up to the $1,500 range. But this thing is brand new out of the box. And here's the controller. Look at that. Not even cracked. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. I'm not taking it out yet. Because I'm not flying it, so I'll mess with this at home. But there's the mic. I guess that's so when you're doing live streaming. I'm gonna freaking live stream with this sucker and see what it does, man. And let's see. I have no idea what these come with. I've never looked at the complete kits. But this is a smart controller kit. Oh boy, I mean, everybody always looks retarded when they're trying to open a freaking drone here. The drone boxes. All right, so. But just, guys, rarely do I ever run into a good deal. Let me just open this. Hold on. I just want to see what's in there. Yeah, this is just the charger, the charging brick. You never have enough of the charging brick, all the props, all that stuff in there. USB-C, and that's another thing, is this thing's the upgraded USB-C, so that's how you charge up the controller up. So cool. And let's see, I just got to look at the other box really quick. That's, I'm guessing, is the battery's in it. That must be that has to be the charger for the main charger. Yeah, this is the big battery charger. So, yeah, I'm not even going to open it, but this is the big one for charging batteries. So it's just a simple unit. But heck yeah. Yep, this is just the baby battery charger. So killer. That is freaking killer. As a reviewer, I'm not going to get many miles out of the review, but maybe spending some time with the controller, and if these prices come down, you never know. You never know what you're getting. Plus, I can bring it in a lot of different ways. I can bring this in with my Mavic, with my mini videos, without any problem. So very, very cool, man. So amazing. All right, that's it. That's all what that is. I just wanted to shut this thing back up. I just wanted to make sure it was what it was, and it is. It's a brand freaking new unit. And that's about it. So I'm just going to put this down in there in the box, Oh yeah, oh yeah. Throw that sucker in there like that. All right. Good day. Good day. So, the evil empire struck again. Instead of calling it DJI, we can call them the evil empire. So, hey, old fart in the gold pro, how you doing? Your views on new drone rules. I really, there's not, let's kind of think about it. Think about it. What do my views matter anyway? I think they're coming down, obviously I think they're coming down they're using a sledgehammer to fix basically something that you need, that you might be able to, to use something a brush with. You could literally brush up the rules and make things better. I think, this to the best of all is that you get everybody still in the game. And what's happening is people with limited means are not going to be able to are going to fly anything. This is going to be an old rich guy hobby. And that's just not what it should be. It's how are you going to get young people involved? If you and then once again, why you make the rules restrictive. Think about it from a parent standpoint. And I'd like my kid to be involved in my hobby. So it's kind of like we have to go through all these steps. I guess it's easier to get involved in guns than it is to get involved in drones. I mean, I can take a firearms class, safety class. I can turn 16, and they can send me out with an AR-15. So I turn 18, I can go buy all the guns I want. But with drones, they start from, they start with, with a test, and then they get a more complicated test for, if you want to take pictures of a house. That's just crap. That's what I feel about it. If you want to know. But guys, I'm a realist, and I just old fart in a GoPro. I just add you as the moderator. But I just, I'm a realist, and I know if I want to keep doing this, and if I like it enough, I'm going to have to. It's just like life. I'm going to have to figure out a way to make it work. You can't be a rebel. You can push the envelope. A lot of people are, like I'm pushing the envelope to the edge of those rules. But I have a good place to do that. But you can only do that so long, And what's going to happen is you're going to get down to, like I said, rich old guys or wealthy old guys, retired old guys. How you better want to look at it. That can afford the time and the money to invest in the hobby. That's the sad thing. And that's to get quality in this hobby, you got to pay for it. And what you get people like Dan, Drone Worship, who kind of got me into more excited about it. I always bring in Dan because he's he's somebody I kind of look at. He's definitely a rebel, and but he treads softly. He doesn't push it, so he doesn't. Hey Charles Smith, how you doing? I don't care, I fly anyways. You kind of represent most people's attitude. You got to understand that your local police are going to have to enforce the rules now. At least the local stuff, the stuff that's. And guys, I live in a small town, small area. I have a very good relationship with law enforcement and I know people that own things, and I know people that own property. And they're just not gonna. They're not gonna hear somebody's, crazy rant about, hey, somebody's spying on my house with a drone. They're not going to do it. I mean, the state that I'm living in, there's different, levels of conservatism, but just to be quite honest, in the local area, I have not seen another drone in the air for probably 6 months. I used to have somebody that used to fly my neighborhood a little bit, and I'd watch a Phantom go over. I have not seen that drone for 6, 8 months. I am the only person where I live flying my drone, I think. I have not seen anybody. Isn't that scary? To think of all the beauty that's around me and I'm the only one involved in it, and everybody's worried about my area being, inundated by drones and drones taking over the airspace. It's not happening. It's just not happening. The people that fly drones in this area, most of them are pros. They're professionals. A lot of 107 holders that are doing it for business. They're doing it for real estate purposes, or they're doing it for inspection purposes, roof inspections, because there's tons of building in my area. Roof inspection, that kind of thing. And I mow all my crops around here, and not all my crops around here, and they're not gonna enforce it. Charles, probably not. If you live in a rural area with a lot of wide open spaces, nobody gives a crap. Just like where I live, there's people paragliding, there's people, shooting various calibers of weapons out, especially Sunday. There's people mountain biking. Everybody's mixed together, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. If anything, they'll wave. Hi. Like those kids, like you saw those kids on the motorcycle. I didn't even know they were in my picture, by the way, until I watched that video. Those kids on the motorcycles, they drove all the way up to the top of that mountain. They go up and then they see that beautiful view up there, and then they bust butt down. It's pretty awesome if you think about it. What do I think about it? I think that if you live in the big city, you're going to have to fly outside of the city, or you're going to have to learn how to, deal with the rules that they keep throwing at you. Because if I get sick of the people that comment on my stream that are saying, hey, there's a powered kite in front of you, and you fly outside a line of sight. Who is the first freaking person to see the powered kite? A mile away. If there was a powered kite out to where I was flying, I would have saw him. I would have easily seen him. I would have taken my drone, and I would have hugged the surface of the freaking terrain and let him fly by, yield to him like you're supposed to. So anyway, I'm sick of ranting on that. What I want to do is have fun. I want to continue to fly my Mavic Mini. I want to fix my battery issues, and quite honestly, I think the battery is probably the problem with it. It's a very fragile battery, and they did not spend a lot of money. It's got a huge price point. It's got a massive markup on it, that drone, and it's, guys, it's not anywhere near the Mavic. It's not. I mean, this Mavic Pro I just took out of the box is twice the price of the Mavic Mini, but if you look at what you get with the Mavic Pro versus a Mavic Mini, they aren't even close. They're not even in the same freaking ballpark, in the same world. So here I got, super lame. Hold on here. Let me, anyways, Dan he just called me here. Let's see. I'm not call screening. Dan, relax. Okay? I'm 52. I work slowly. I'm going to tell him to relax. Oh my gosh. Everybody's so thin-skinned. I'm just all right, let me call Dan back here and see what he's got to say here. He said he called me 5:41, so he called me about actually a second ago. So where's his callback number? Hold on here. Let's see here. Let's look at there. My wife called me. There, Dan, Drone Worship. Live call. Dan, Drone Worship. Dan. Dan, no, yeah, trying to say I'm call screening you. I'm fit. Yeah, you already heard me. I'm 50 years old. Everything's a call screen to me. What?
Okay, you're
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hold on here. Let me put you on speaker. Hold on. There we go. Hold on. There we go. Everybody can hear you now, Dan.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Hi, everybody. So I actually called you for a very specific reason.
Awesome.
I want to talk about it right now.
Heck yeah. Let's go, man.
Okay, so sorry, everybody. We're going to cover this real fast.
Awesome.
I think I know what happened during your RTH. I have a very good idea.
Excellent.
Okay. Did you get my last comment where I kind of answered some of it for you?
Yeah, I did. I listened. I've actually had a lot of battery comments by a lot of people that they either fly them or they've had similar issues.
Yes. So DJI has admitted that their home position is having an issue right now with the firmware. So what's interesting about this is that when I took off the other day with mine, it registered that it was nowhere near me. Right,
wow.
Which is really strange, first of all, but that would lead me to believe that their hybrid telemetry layout, basically for topographical mapping,
right,
GPS, which is what it functions on, is off-center. So it really thought you were higher or lower than you were when you actually – remember how when you first started your video, like, oh, that's not right. It's not reading my true altitude.
Right, exactly.
Right. So when you got over the mountain –
If you remembered too from the first time I flew it, way back when it was doing all kinds of weird things. It was Anyway. Go ahead. Keep to your point.
No, you're good. So after an IMU calibration, like they suggested, and everything, it solved all of my RTH problems.
Okay.
I'm not having misreadings on telemetry, no devaluation of anything. So my suggestion is go through and just recalibrate all of it.
Everything.
Start over. Compass everything. Start over and see if
yeah,
that solves
I did
problem.
remember. That's exactly what you said on the message. You're saying, and that's what you did, and you said that. All right, I'm going to do that, and I'm actually going to do. I was also thinking about, and I'd like you to try it. In your way, you probably have a way that you could probably do the same thing, but to verify that the RTH is either accurate from my home point or from my current point. Yeah, that's my biggest concern. We need to know if RTH is going to engage at the point that I engage it wherever I am. So if I'm at 300 feet, it's going to engage RTH, and it's going to say I have it set at 100. It's going to go up to 400 feet and then come home. Or or is it based on my current altitude that I took off from? And that is confusing the crap out of me. I really don't even know. So
that's what's bugging me is that when you activated it, it thought it was higher than it really was, and I almost feel like it brought itself down.
Oh, it did.
Right.
And then I didn't have enough time. Yeah, I didn't have enough time to react to it. I was like, what? Because usually you can override it by bringing the joystick up. I had somebody tell me in a comment that I crashed it on purpose, and I'm like, dude, man, I do not fly my drone into rocks so I can freaking make $50 on a live, because that's basically what I'm making from that video. So I'm gonna blow a $500 drone on a $50 freaking video.
People don't understand the realisticness of how this works. Dude, I could get 70,000 views on a video, and it's really like $10.14
well, yeah,
per pocket.
Exactly.
It's just like you're not a baller, dude, unless you're putting up 100,000 view videos, and then even a million's only $1,000 on average.
Exactly.
A million,
exactly.
Only $1,000. Yeah.
So, how you doing?
Understand.
How you doing, by the way, Dan?
Yeah.
I just say you general. If you're not feeling, say I'm doing okay. Yeah.
I'm going out with Ken Original Dobo.
Good.
Ken Dono on with John Callis. We're going deep sea fishing.
Oh, nice.
Then we're putting the drones up, and then after that, we're taking our 4K submersible ROV submarines. He's got the P6 to the 5-foot, not the 5-fish, something. It's a P6.
Oh, nice. Take it out in open blue water. Go find a nice spot.
We're gonna reef dive with him if the water's not too stirred up. So we'll get some serious 4K. He's bringing his. We're gonna put it against the Gladius Pro Advanced and see how they do.
Oh, perfect. That'll be really good.
Yeah, so should be a fun video, man. It's been, dude. We had a tornado yesterday that wiped out a whole bunch of stuff in our area. So I have not been flying for like 2 days.
Was that a water spout, right?
What's that?
Was it a water spout or a tornado?
Yes. Yeah, no, it was a mix, man.
Okay, all
Some
right.
people said they saw a touchdown. Other people said they saw a water spout.
Yeah,
So
I have a friend that has a house in Destin, but they put up a video of a water spout that ripped the crap, or well, that's what they call it. It could have. It's basically the same thing. It's just
well, we heard micro touchdowns all over Tampa. Apparently, people were saying that it was forming and then it hit and then it would go straight back up, and then so it was really weird, man. Apparently, there's a multitude of different little tornadoes that took place, but were very short-winded. Like, they would just blow out real quick. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, yeah, it tore through Tampa, bro. I mean, we had our neighbor, just a poor guy. Every time we have a storm, one of his trees gets knocked down. It was poor guy, man. He's out there.
It's that's the big thing. You get these big. Well, this thing that also sucks is you get these big, beautiful trees, and you love it, and then the freaking windstorm comes and uproots it in like 2 seconds, and then you're like, crap, man. I feel like I'm, 50.
Well, now you're missing your really good tree, and you have to fork out $2,000
to get rid of it. Yeah, to get it off your house.
Right. So we've been picking up sticks and cleaning up all the trash that got blown and shingles and everything else that got torn apart. So
I'm just glad, Dan. First of all, I'm glad that you're okay. Because like I said, your health thing has been an absolute challenge. I mean, there's people who don't understand that it's something. It's an everyday thing. It's not just like here and there. There's a constant regimen of things that you have to go through to deal with what's that. So, and then I really love that you're back on the horse, and that you're back doing drone stuff, and you're just not caring. You're going, that's your hobby, and you
no, I agree.
Yeah,
I think people are confused about my direction though, and to put things.
I'm not confused at all.
Well, I know you're not, but I think there's a large majority of my following that is. They're not understanding why I'm not just doing drone stuff, and I think they forget that overall I'm a hobbyist.
Well, people want to know other things about you.
Of this.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm learning that too.
I'll put up a nitro car video, it'll get like 80 views. I'll put up a drone video, 500.
Exactly.
You can tell the difference between what people want to watch or what they're there for, or like it's crazy.
Well, you're RC. RC is RC,
right.
And you've always had cars and boats and.
Oh yeah.
And the coolest video you put up was that Skydio video chasing your boat. That's some cool crap.
We need to redo it because that.
Do it lower. I want to see the. I want to see the freaking. I want to see the rooster tail of your boat coming into the freaking picture. That would be awesome.
Do you understand what happened afterwards? Like, did you watch Mike from Accelerated Heights?
No, I know I
did.
didn't.
You watch his version of it? Okay, so when after the test was over, right, we only show him reaching up and grabbing it.
I did not. Yeah.
Freaked out. It freaked out. He
really?
Grabbed it. And he let it go, and it shot straight up in the air like a rocket, and then did some really wonky stuff, and then came just crazy fast down on top of his head.
Oh my Lord!
He pulled a Jedi maneuver, man. He just snatched it out of the air.
Did you get that? Did you get? Was that on video? I didn't see that. I'm gonna see that.
Got it.
I'm gonna. So it's on his crap. I'm gonna check that out right now, dude.
It sliced his thumb wide open, man, on his video. So.
Oh man, I know.
Yeah, it looked like crazy. Like you see the whole play out of what happens. Like you just see him grab it, and then all of a sudden it just shoots straight up in the air, and it does like some really weird stuff, and then tries to slam itself right down in front of him. Well, he didn't want to lose his drone because he was on a boardwalk.
Oh yeah, no, I'm checking that out. I can't believe I didn't see that. That's how freaking.
He saw it coming, man. He just grabbed it out of the air, but unfortunately his thumb was in the way of the prop, and he took quite a ding from that. So
that's messed up.
No idea
I don't trust.
What happened?
There's only certain there's only certain drones that I trust. I mean, there's toy drones that I trust more than my Mavic Mini right now. That's one of my points. Is I've flown $150 toys. My Bang Toys X21 is freaking more capable right now sometimes than that Mini.
Oh, yeah.
Just doing its own crap. I know when I send that stupid drone out, it's going to come back and land pretty much close to me. It's going to land next to me.
Right.
This thing, I'm gonna have to.
Right after. Oops, sorry.
No, go ahead, finish.
Right after his freaked out, Mike from Accelerated Heights at the drone meet I hosted. Right after that, Billy Tiles took a swim. Boom, just randomly. Bye. Just dove into the water. Like, okay. I don't think that. I think it's still in beta, man. I think they released the Skydio still under very beta pretense, and they didn't tell.
Dan, that's exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking about. Before I got excited, when the Evo 2 stuff started coming out, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a direction I want to go because it's different.
Yeah.
And now that I'm seeing that, you get this immediate like excitement. Now and then everybody basically and then the coronavirus stuff hitting, and then there's the production issues. They're when they finally do get this thing back in gear. I mean, think about it. They're not going to be able to ship anything into the country because nobody's going to trust anything coming from China.
Right.
I mean, it's messed. It's messed up. That's why I'm thinking the drone market right now, the used. That's why when I got this thing was in stock somewhere. And
Right.
and for most people, they would say, well, that's expensive. It is not. It is a freaking $2,000 drone that I got for $1,300. And it has got 360 freaking camera. It's got a zoom lens with a freaking kick-ass freaking, I've got better, more optics than I need, and I've got pretty much unlimited range that I even care about to fly, and I trust it. I know for a fact that drone, when I put it out and it tells me it's going to come home, it'll freaking come home.
Right.
So anyway, I'm just saying that there's other things like that out in the market right now, and I think the market's going to tighten up a little bit.
Well, I want, I'm preparing myself for what's coming.
For a non-drone, yeah.
Well, and I know that it's going to happen. Listen, man, we can fight this all day.
Yeah.
The government's already made their choice.
Yeah,
Nothing you do from this point on is going to have any impact on what they've already decided on.
Right.
They just gave you a platform to think that you had some say-so, and hey, this is our opinion, this is what we think. They don't care about you as a hobbyist. They really don't. They do not, unless you're paying their bills and giving them large, massive amounts of money to push things through, they don't care.
Right.
We already know that greed takes the government. So
Right.
I feel like this is a gigantic waste of time. Everybody putting the time and effort into trying to fight it
right.
at all.
Well, everybody wrote their piece. I think you can do what you can do.
Right.
I just don't. I hate the fact that this toy, it's really just a toy, has been put in a more dangerous category than a gun, which is just absolutely ridiculous.
Crazy, right?
It makes no sense, and there's fewer of them. People look. It's like they think everybody's got these really good. No, they don't. And most people don't fly their drones. They fly them like once a month.
Well, it's the same principle. It's the same principle with your car, though. If you look at this from a principle of your car, yes, you have to be registered. Hold on. Yes, you have to be registered. Yes, you have to be licensed. But nobody's tracking your vehicle.
Right.
There's always that thought process that somebody could get in their car and go run people over and use it as a weapon.
Right.
Right. There's always that possibility with drones, but we're not restricted in our vehicles to what we can do. You're told what the difference between right and wrong is. So what's the difference?
Yeah,
Why can't you just be told the difference between right and wrong on a drone? Well, why do they have to have remote ID? Nobody's tracking their vehicle.
Yeah, why do we have to have a PhD in freaking in air traffic control to fly a toy where most people, if say I did go into business with it, home inspections, taking pictures of that from angles that people want, and that's all. That's it. That's all you can do with it. Search and rescue. How about that? How about somebody's lost? Get 100 drones out there, and everybody look for the kid. Could you imagine?
Yep.
How much how much help that would be?
So the issue here is, like I said, man, it's to the point where they're just doing it because they want to have control over it.
Yeah. There's power and control.
If we're flying at 400 feet, what's the difference? I'm not flying where regular aircraft is. Helicopters, then they need to be higher. That's not our
there's 600 feet between my drone and the nearest airplane that has to be at 1,000 feet. And people understand there's another 600 feet between the nearest airplane that's not coming in for a landing, and and where I'm flying, no matter where, pretty much most of the time, and I'm sick of people comparing me to somebody flying in a big city when I'm flying out in the middle of absolute freaking nowhere. If they stood out there and screamed, nobody would hear them.
Yep, I know.
Oh my gosh.
C-3PO on the desert dune.
Hello. Anyway, I guess I'm going to turn in. I'm going to do Peter for a while since Peter hasn't been doing much. I'll be Peter and never mind your own. I feel like him right now. I just love his rambling. He rambles better than me.
Yeah. Well, nah, man. I love the shows. I like I said, man. I love content that has substance, and that's what I enjoy about yours. Is that you're not.
Well, when I finally had, when these experiences happen, those are why people like them, because they're real experiences. I'm experiencing it for the first time. And that's why I love the Osmo Pocket, because you can kind of, I hate the camera because it's hard to use. The video's hard because it's, even with manual controls, I'm still way overexposed. Anyway, the GoPro's better. I'm actually, my next direction, if the other drone stuff kind of stays on a halt this summer, is to find a GoPro 7. They're cheap, and you can, and it's a camera that it doesn't matter who you are, you just turn it on and it freaking does perfect video for you. So it's
and that's the thing that I think people don't understand is like that. Listen, man, I like gimbals and I like little gimbal operated cameras, but they are a frustration because you constantly have to push buttons to make it do things.
Steve,
whereas
go ahead, finish.
With a GoPro, it's hyper sensitive, like the hyper. What do they call that? The hyper smooth.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, you just turn it on and go. It's like everything is smooth.
I've given a lot of advice about those, because people have asked me, because I like GoPros, and I push them towards the hyper smooth GoPro, and not the Osmo, because I've heard of too many things. I've had the Osmo Action. People have complained to me about the circuit boards in them. There's some stuff in it that they're saying is fragile, and I don't mind the front-facing screen issue, the delay. That I don't care, because usually all I'm doing is looking into the camera. If you're truly using your GoPro the right way, you're looking into the lens. You're not looking at that little screen because your eyes will look stupid. But the GoPro is perfect, and I started with a GoPro, and I think I'm going back to a GoPro just because that'll make me a better, more rounded. I'll have one type of drone, I'll have a certain type of company's camera system, and then I've got I think a Sony audio recorder that I take all my audio with. But I'm enjoying hiking, and this is the best hiking season right now. It's going to get hot in about a month, so. It's going to get back to 90s, and it's like Florida, but with like a oven version of it.
Right.
So yeah, gosh, I'm so glad you popped in. I got a quote. Steve Dawson basically was saying, he made this comment. He says that if a pilot of the plane is flying by the rules, and people don't understand that pilots of private pilots are constantly breaking the rules. In the area that I fly, I will have especially on a Sunday, I'll get a sightseer coming through there. They'll be flying in their Cessna, and they will be sometimes at like 500 feet. And if you see a Cessna at 500 feet, it looks big, because they're small planes. So you're just like, dude, that dude's way too low. Nobody gives a crap.
Right.
Nobody's taking away his pilot's license because he's flying his family way too damn low and looking at the scenery around here. So. Right. All right. Hey, I just every time we get on, it's the same stuff. It's the drone laws being a pain in the butt.
Well, but like I said, man, I'm opening myself up to more of the hobby again.
Yeah. I want to fly fixed wing. I want to actually learn how to fly fixed wing.
I don't. I find those to be I find them to be really boring. You just kind of cruise around, and that's the end of it.
Just go around in circles?
Right. It's like an airplane. It's like, okay, you keep doing the same figure.
I made a comment on that last video about that. I said that because not too far away, we have an AMA. We have 2 AMA field circles, and there's a brand new runway. It's all paved and everything, and it's right next to Sun River, which is an old people's freaking retirement area. I refuse to fly there on principle.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I listen. I love FPV, and I think the world of it. I think if you have not started,
I'm going to try. That's my next big.
You should give it a go, man.
Yeah.
It's a totally different world, man. And it is, once you get that thrill and the excitement out of it, if you're able to do it, a lot of people don't like it, man, but once you break through that barrier of understanding,
right,
you will just go, oh my God, I've been missing out on this.
I
didn't realize I could have so much control.
I watched a video on a person learning to fly a helicopter, and because I like flying, and flying a helicopter, a true helicopter, without any crazy, thank you, A. Ryan, I appreciate it, but without any like what they call augmentation. It's really difficult to learn. Flying a helicopter is one of the most to hover, and that's what this video is about: hovering and how difficult a person was to learn it. I think FPV is the same way. It's got to be the same principle where you're. What do you think?
I think 90% of FPV is yes. I guess you're right. 90% of it is throttle, but at the same time, man. You have to think that you're eliminating factors that assist as well. So as you become a better FPV pilot, you start eliminating things that are assisting you with flying. For instance, when you first go out, you start in what we consider horizon mode or stabilized mode,
right,
where the gyro sensors will always keep you. So if you push forward, it'll only let you go so far forward, and when you let off, it'll level the drone. Right, but there won't be GPS, so it'll still keep moving forward, but it'll stay level.
Right. Do you suggest when people are learning to fly that they use those tools or not, or just go right?
So, and that's the problem.
Right to acro.
I think the first thing you need to do is learn how to fly LOS aggressively.
Okay.
And well.
Right.
Okay. Without
just buzzing.
Buy a toy drone. Get a toy drone that just doesn't have altitude hold or anything.
Yeah.
A little manual flying toy
drone. Yeah, we all
have
those, yeah.
Right, that you have to control the throttle on and learn how to fly aggressively in LOS. When you get that down, your fingers and your memorization is there. When you can just stare at the drone and never have to look at the transmitter and think about anything, now you know you've trained your fingers to do what they need to do.
Right, because you do. You look down.
The next logical step is to put on the goggles and try it from the cockpit. Now it's a totally different world. Your fingers know what they need to do, but now you have to rely on what your eyes see to do the flight, right? So now we get into that FPV thing where you have to learn how high you are, how low you are, how fast you're coming in based on what your eyes perceive in a wide-angle lens, which is something not a lot of people are used to or can get used to easily. Once you get through that barrier, then you start doing things like turning off a sensor and full manual controls. Once you go full manual, man, that's when the fun opens up to you. That's when you're doing flips and barrel rolls and going in between tiny little gaps, and you have so much control over the drone. It's unbelievable, but that's because you put in the stick time and the effort to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just answering a text. My wife just texted me.
No, you're good. You're good.
But no, I'm with you, and that's I think that's my if you look at skill challenge, I'm doing that. I've been talking to Ryan about that, and on the stream here, and that's what I want to learn. So there's a lot of people that are FPV. And the big thing, like I said, is the diopters. I just ordered some new glasses, so I'm trying to figure out how to, because I got to get these glasses to focus in on the screen. That has always been my problem. I have really crappy reading issues, but I can see a mile away. So I need to have this working because I have to see the damn screen. So that's why I fight that, and that's my first battle with FPV. Being able to see within the goggles.
Heck yeah, man! Hi, Ryan's in the chat. What's up, big boy?
Big Ryan, John Spitzo. Good evening, man. I got some new guys dropping in here. I gotta say hi to you. Let's let me add him on there. But I wasn't gonna plan on being. I was late today because I had to go pick up this package, and I wanted to look them in, and freaking I find out that it's all sealed up and stuff. I thought I bought a refurbished drone, and it's brand freaking new, so I'm happy about that. And
anyway. I'll tell you, Charlie was in here. Charles was the one that told me you were live. I'm assuming you said that I tried to call you during your stream.
Oh yeah, no, I'm usually on at 4, and then I go to about 5:30. I have to stay here. I've got some things I got to do after. So. So
My Little Hobby, I want to just, can they still hear me? I want to respond to My Little Hobby.
yeah. He
My
says
Little
FPV
Hobby,
really
yes.
hard compared to DJI. Yeah, go ahead.
I will say yes, but let me tell you something. It is something where if you can do it and you think you have the skill set to learn it, I would suggest doing it, because if you thought you were good at flying your DJI now, put in some stick time and FPV, and you will understand how much closer you can actually get to objects with your GPS drone, and how much more comfortable you'll feel doing that proximity flying, because FPV taught you that you can get close to these things. It has taught me a whole new way to fly GPS drones by learning proximity through FPV. So it actually enhanced my skill set by learning it flying GPS. So it is totally worth it if you think you can do it.
Yeah, I'm definitely, I'm still, just with GPS drones, I've still got a lot of, I don't fly enough. I don't fly frequently enough. It's just, you have to. It's like anything. You just got to keep doing it. And that's what's nice about the Mini, is you can just bring it anywhere and throw it up and fly it around. But quite honestly, what I'm thinking is that a better training drone would be like a Bebop. A Bebop would be better because you can put it in FPV mode, and you literally can get banked and angle turning, really quick throttle response. So I always keep looking back, even more than the Anafi. The Anafi doesn't have the I don't know what you'd say it, but the hard banking stability. It's bendy and mushy when you fly it, but the Bebop, when you fly, it's got those big props, those big 3-bladed props. So when you're turning, it's really biting and moving.
Oh yeah, no. I just put up the pod racing video. Remember, I was like 5 inches from the ground in full tilt and sport mode going across the field.
And you can trust it because the throttle response is there. You can keep off of surface, and then you got a really good the FPV system is really good. And it's nice and stable. And when I did put the goggles on with that, I was really impressed. It's nicer with the other camera, but
old fart with a GoPro, that's not accurate, man.
Let's see,
any drone with a camera has to be licensed. That's not accurate.
No.
So if you're flying sub-power 250 gram or under 249 gram, don't have to be licensed.
No, not right now, yeah.
The Mavic Mini does not require a license. Most of my 2 and 3S FPV micro race drones only weigh 72 grams. They don't have to be licensed, even though they fly at 50 miles an hour and they have a camera. They don't have to be licensed. So
it's like if you've ever been on a
maybe it does where he's at. He's in the UK.
Could you equate getting hit with a small racing drone with being on a motorcycle at about 60 miles an hour and getting hit with a large bug?
except I think it would hurt more just because it weighs more.
It weighs more with the battery. It's the battery,
Yeah, the average bug. I think actually if you got hit in the face with a race drone at 60 miles an hour, even a micro, it would hurt.
But if you think of a Mini falling from the sky, it would buff it. It would like do this because the air would break its fall. I mean, it's got enough surface area. People don't think of that, but with some of especially the racing drones, they're made to bite the air and to go fast, and they're more compact. So, yeah, that's interesting. And then, of course, let's see, new European rules coming out in July. Yeah, the Europeans are getting crap. Everybody's getting just hammered. Oh man, there's just not enough. There's just not enough flying around, and it's just not enough of them. There's not enough drones.
That's the problem, man. That's why I said I'm getting all the boats and we're doing all that stuff and preparing myself for drones to not really be a thing, because once you get enough people to say, okay, I'm done. This is just so frustrating. I don't even want to do this anymore. The vast majority of people that watch these videos are gone. Yeah. They are leaving to find other hobbies and pursue other things.
Right. It's like anything. It's a hobby. You want it to be easy, enjoyable. You don't want to have a, drone worship got me pregnant.
Yeah.
That's Ryan.
Well, I know. You guys have been talking on the phone. That's awesome. He's a good dude, man. Ryan's good people, bro.
Oh man, it's funny. No, I know. He's just making me laugh right now.
So we actually have something planned for you.
Nice.
I gotta take care of some stuff, but I think we're gonna do something fun for.
Oh, sweet.
See how things go. Like he was talking to me about that already. So.
Yeah, I'm just guys. I'm just having fun right now. I'm not. A lot of people are going to be critical of what I'm doing, and I'm just having fun. And this might be it. This might be the last time I get to do it. Who knows?
Wow.
But I'm going to keep out there. I got a lot to show people. I've got a lot. There's a lot of stuff around here. It's fun, and there's more stories out there. I just know it. I like to just ramble around and find things to do, and then you throw a drone up to make it even more fun. You're like, hey, crap! There's a place that I have yet to be able to get to this summer. It is a really cool site, and there's a crash site out here that's really remote, and I'm still trying to figure out the best and the safest way to get to it, because it's really out in the sticks. But I need a long-range drone, and I need the zoom. So this drone over here is going to help me to serve that mission. If I can get it to work, I will be able to put up a video that will just kick people's butts. They will go, holy crap, that is cool. So we'll see if I can get it to work. But I have to be able to physically make the trip.
Like I said, man, just be prepared for drones to not be a thing within the next year and a half to 2 years. And that's I think the only thing that might survive all
keeping my blinders.
Is, well, no, I think FPV and the micro side of things, like sub 3S, small 2-inch drones and under, I think they'll probably survive this because they're not long-range flyers.
Right.
But for short range, just fun, rip around, that's it, have some fun.
Yep.
I think they'll be the only real things that survive this afterwards. Otherwise, it's
I can almost agree with that, yeah.
And I think they'll just almost completely kill the hobby altogether. They'll just do their best to try to just murk the hobby completely. They just don't want drones up there flying where there's potential package drones.
Turn it into either you're either in a business or that's it, and you're not. Yep. It's not fun.
Side or, very simple FPV stuff.
Yep.
So
that's sad, but you know what? There's a lot of truth in those words right there.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I don't want to hear it today, it's Friday, and I'm looking forward to a good weekend.
I'm blunt, dude. I hate holding things back, dude. As much as I want to be on everybody's happy side, but dude, drones gonna be on
Charles Smith says, "Don't matter. I can make a black box UAS free, 400 foot long range, okay, or 400. I don't know what that means. 400 what, but what the F is there." Right, long range, but you're saying long range drone, yeah. Oh yeah, there's so many smart kids out there, smart adults. It's like fly far and wide. I mean, he just made himself a giant panel array, threw a power pack on it. And then he just and then he, of course, totally that Mavic Mini he's flying is not anywhere a normal Mavic. It's nothing left of a Mavic Mini really. He even put different motors on it. If you looked, that he has a higher value motor on it for sure. They're taller.
Bro.
With like 3S batteries.
Look at, I'm reading your comments. Your Nightbot's over here panhandling.
I know it does. Hey, that's what it's supposed to do, dude. I ain't proud, dude. I ain't like you. I ain't freaking proud like you. I'll take.
I just have fun with it.
I'll take every penny somebody wants to give me because that's how you have. That's you think my freaking money goes to all my other kids' crap. I mean, I get so. If I can find a penny out of what I do for me, I mean, I'm lucky.
Oh yeah.
I've sent I have 3 kids in college right now. One finally graduating, and he still doesn't have a job yet. So.
Yeah, I was just having fun because I was reading through the comments.
No, don't, Dan. I'm not insulted. I'm not insulted one bit. If anything that I've learned about this freaking hobby is that if you don't have thick skin and you can't freaking bring it back, then you might as well just crawl into a hole. So here I gotta get him moderated. Thank you. My little hobby, I just wanted to throw you on there and moderate, get you on here, get you coming back. So. Yeah, it says people not in the drone hobby saying are so afraid of drones. And like I said, you can't compare a freaking little tiny toy, and these are toys, to you can buy 50 caliber freaking Barrett rifles. You can stick a freaking tungsten bullet through a piece of titanium. but you can't fly a freaking toy.
Dude, I don't
It's
understand.
so ridiculous. So I just yes, and we just and this is how we survive. We calmly breathe
Well,
and we move forward. So
that's it. Yeah, let me charge this up.
take a breath and move forward. All right. I've got to be around here. What I'm going to do, I'm gonna. This is my Friday, so I usually will go grab some food. I'll go and I do a little bit of a workout. Everybody thinks I'm out of shape, so I better keep working out. That's my other one. I get all the comments about how I'm breathing so hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I should tell them if you walk a mile uphill, you tend to breathe harder. Oh, hey, PD's on. He's getting in here, and I'm ready to freaking call it quits, man. PD Tech is awesome. I love it, man. We got
Yeah.
we got
That's a good.
we got Nottingham in the house, baby.
Well, listen, buddy. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of your stream here.
Yeah,
Let's get back
thank
to
you.
your
Yeah,
discussion.
I appreciate coming in. This is old school way of doing it, but I don't mind it. Call me anytime.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize you were streaming.
The-
Charles told me you were streaming, so I was like, oh, all right, I'll just pop in there. And then he called me back. I was like, all right.
The call-in show.
Yeah, there you go. That's what you should do. Set up a Google number so they can call and you can stream them.
I don't. Yeah, I didn't. I don't mind. I don't mind people calling in. Heck, yeah, that'd be kind of cool to get some voices with some different from different parts of the country, different parts of the world. I love it. Get some English accents in here. Hey, we are sick of the drone worlds. All right. Anyway, all right, man. We'll take it easy, man. I appreciate you. You guys, you take care and you stay freaking healthy and you keep doing what you're doing and don't stop it because somebody says don't do it, man. Just go do it.
Oh, no. I do what I want to.
Yeah, because you're how close are you to 10,000 now?
I think I probably just passed.
Did you pass?
60 while we were
Oh,
out
Kevin,
there.
like I said, you passed it. How'd you pass it without me freaking knowing?
No.
Because you
that's
kind of
we
went
got
back. You got to 9.5 and then it freaking or 9.6 and then it went back a little bit and it's popping back up. So.
That's because I talked about the Hubson Zeno. How dare you put a drone down?
Oh no. Oh, come on.
Dude, I love the drone community to death.
Zeno. I'll fly a Hubson Zeno. I don't give a crap. I'll get
It's
one of.
all right, man.
What do you?
It's unpredictable.
What have you just before you go? Have you touched the Hubson Zeno Pro? I've
No, the difference is not enough for
It's
me
not-
to be like, yeah, I need that in my life. Like,
All right.
the differences are so minuscule. It's not even worth the upgrade. You may as well go for the Zeno 2 if you're going to do it.
I hope that Zeno 2 is I've got 11 subscribers so far with the GoPro.
Well,
Hey, dude, man, I remember that.
I'm not a huge fan of Chris QC, the QC guy, because we've never been on great terms with each other based on Hubson stuff in the past. But
Yeah.
I will tell you this: he just bricked his Zeno 2 trying to do a firmware update.
Oh no.
So they're already having firmware problems right out the hole.
Come on, man. I mean,
Yeah.
we gotta have competition. Autel has to get. The biggest mistake they made was to bring this, because I'm one of those people that gets pissed when you bring me something cool and then I forgot about it, and then this company right here. This company right here is going to kick your freaking if you can't get your product out.
Right.
They just have too much power.
Oh yeah.
And I just
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna candy coat it. Autel's got to get their product out, get it in people's hands, and but they need to make sure it works. And don't have a beta test. If you want people to test it, get it out here. Let's test it then. But you got like 5 people testing it.
I agree. Well, it's like Autel, man. They screwed Ken with that, telling him, yeah, it's going to be shipped on time, and then they bailed on the shipping.
Yeah, and then he's out there trying to say it's a good product, which I guarantee that it's a solid unit, but the software is so critical. I mean, And I think they did do a good. Well, all I've heard about the Evil One is that it was done. It finally, when the software got out to its final, it's really good. They got it to a point where people basically started to buy them up. And now you can get one for for $600, man. You can get for $600 or $700. You can go buy a unit with just a single battery or two batteries.
Yeah.
But it has a 4K 60 camera. I mean, that's a good camera.
Yeah, the 6K is the one you should go for. The 8K is...
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. And the 6K isn't going to be out until freaking Christmas of next year.
Well, yeah. And judging by what we've seen, huh?
Yeah. All right, man. Hey, you have a good one. Hey, like I said, hopefully I see you out there. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to be here I'm going to be where I'm at till at least 8 or 9 o'clock. And I probably won't go home until, because I'm not at home, so I won't be home until later tonight. So I got to go supervise a cool kid activity. I got a bunch of computer geniuses that have a what's going on. They do a Smash Brothers tournament. So I'm gonna watch kids do a Super Smash tournament. It's kind of fun. So.
Dude, I would love Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, there's a ton of kids. They have a good time. There'll be 50 or 60, 60 kids.
I run the emulators on I have a big tablet gaming rig that I use at my house just for nothing but play.
One of my favorite kid games ever to come out is Super Smash Brothers. Love it.
Yes.
I love the characters. I love the gameplay. It's fun and
the original.
Yeah.
Yep. For 64. Yes.
Yep. I played a lot of that I played it with my kids when they were growing up, because they were the ones that were asking for it. Oh, we got to have this, and then I would get into games with them, and it was fun. So it was a good time.
Yeah.
All right. Because got kills Xenos with firmware updates for fun. God kills Xenos with firmware updates for fun. Oh, Ryan, that's funny. Because Xeno loves must be sinners.
Oh. It hasn't even been released yet, and the people they're sending it to are breaking them.
Let's see. I asked PD Tech. What did he say back here? He says, I once asked Robin Hood for directions while I was driving my Daimler limousine. He was all in character, talking ye old English. So was I. He got his smartphone out to show me where the place was. Robin Hood. He's in Nottingham, remember? That's right, Nottingham. You better watch out for the sheriff of Nottingham. He's going to take your drone. All right, that's enough. All right. Hey, we'll see you. So we're not. I'm not bugging you, but I really do appreciate your phone call. It's fitting. It made this a very enjoyable live stream. So you need other people. I totally know that. So anytime you want to call in, I usually am around about 4. It's kind of nice because when you're on your phone, you can just kind of do the things you want to do, and then we can hear you pretty good. So I'll test out to make sure our audio is good, but it seems like it's picking it up good. It looks great. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on my Bluetooth. I don't know how loud it is for you. But.
It looks great. I'm looking at the levels on it, the voice levels, and it looks perfect. So. Alrighty, King of all drones, we worship you, and we appreciate you being on with us.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Take it easy, Dan. All right, we'll take it easy. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was nice of him popping in. Crap, now the party's over. Oh, such a good time. I really appreciate that. Let's see what I got going on here. All right, 6 o'clock. That means the baseball game's going on. All right, I have to go check that out, guys. I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna find my son's team is playing in San Jose, California. So I'm gonna go check the internet and see if I can find their stream. Let's see. Good one to end. Yeah, I agree. PD. I'm so sorry. I got on late and then you got on late. I'm usually out of here before then. So, hey, thanks for you guys showing up. We got Old Fart with the GoPro. We got My Little Hobby on. We got Pro Cut hitting us today. Crazy Patrick jumped in. I didn't get a chance to say anything about Crazy Patrick because Dan was on. Ryan C. was in the freaking house today. Who else we got back there? New Zealand by drone was here, of course. That was the second time you've been here, and I appreciate that. Maybe you've been on more, and I just haven't caught you. Let's see, who else we got in here? Let's go back. Charles Smith, of course, was on. Appreciate you jumping in. Guys, I don't mind critical comments. Anytime that anybody wants to come in, and if you do have concerns about, like, say the way that you see me flying and you want to basically, but just understand that, that at times, yeah, I do kind of push the envelope on it. But the number one thing that happens, and people will still criticize me anyway, but the number one thing when I do fly out these great distances is safety. And if you don't think I do, then there's nothing I'm going to say to convince you of that. So guys, have fun, fly for fun. Thanks again for Drone Worship joining us. He is welcome anytime. PD, if you want to get on, if Ryan, if you want to call in, you're welcome to. If you have anything that you want to share with us, I can share back. I will. You guys that are on my stream that I've had for a while, I will share out my personal number to you. So I don't mind that. Yeah, because I can just block you if you if you freaking start giving me crap. So. But I appreciate you guys. I really do. It makes for a fun hobby. I don't know, guys. I don't know where the hobby's going. I'm definitely gonna have some fun. I'm really fortunate to be able to get this far in the hobby, guys. I started with little crappy, tiny little toys, and guys, one of my favorite toys is right here. I love this little toy drone. If you're a kid or you have kids that get them one of these little things. This little altitude hold drone is amazing. It'll fly for 5 minutes. It has a whole bunch of flight modes, and it's just like Dan was, like Drone Worship was talking about. If you're learning FPV, this thing will really help you get hand-eye coordination. I just don't have. I need controller batteries for this one. I think I have some at home, so I'm going to bring them in, but. Thank you once again. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing disassembled. I'm going to put it in my flight box, and I'm going to get this puppy ready for tomorrow because I'm flying, guys. I'm just going to tell you, I'm out flying. I'm going to get the Mini out. I'm going to do some return to home tests, look at some battery issues, and see if I can create a video out of what I'm learning. But other than that, man, that's it. So, guys, fly for fun. Have a good time. Have a great weekend. Maybe I'll see you on the streams. I never know. I've got a really busy schedule tonight. But like I said, once again, I'm really, really excited for, I'm always excited for tomorrow flying. And even with all the negativity, I keep a good attitude, and I think everybody else does too. Find out what you're willing to do to make the hobby work for you. And if it doesn't, then, it might be that time. So, but that's what I'm doing. I'm going to keep finding something to keep me energized, to keep me flying, and to keep me interested in continuing forward. If you want a better drone, guys, there's great payment programs, for very small payments. You can finance these things for like 2 years. Just make sure you get some insurance on it. The insurance is very inexpensive, especially as you're trying to pay for it. So I suggest that you do that. But you can afford the hobby, and there are very much lower cost alternatives like the Bebop 2, probably the best starter drone there is to get. And I'm almost to the point where I'm almost ready to backtrack and find another Bebop 2. I regret selling mine, but remember, you kind of have to sell your drones while the hobby's hot for that drone, and then you can buy it again later. These things keep coming back. So, and there's a lot of batteries out for that drone. And if you crash it, it's $180 or $150 instead of $300 or $500 or $1,000. So yeah, Bebop 2. If you want Sky Controller 1, you sometimes find them. They're kind of pricey, but like Dan said, he likes the Sky Controller 1 because of its kind of its handling characteristics. It's kind of like flying an airplane. If you just want simplicity, Sky Controller 2 is really good. It's got an array of panel antennas that really covers a large area, and you can really fly a lot of wide FPV like areas. So, and you can hook up. Can you hook up the goggles? Yeah, you can hook up the goggles, I believe, to that. The FPV goggles to that. Yes, you can. 1080p image stabilized footage. So, all right, guys, once again, fly for fun. We'll see you later on the next one. And, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get the music going because it's that time. It's time to say goodbye. And I am going to log out But love you guys. Later and bye.